and welcome to this week's update. As I said, I'm going to do an update. Hopefully, it might be like 1 week it'll be New Zealand, the next week it'll be Australia, but I want to concentrate on the two every week, hopefully, because obviously news are coming into things happening. And then do something like, like New Zealand, the UK, Australia, Ireland, that kind of thing, or just like New Zealand and the banks, or New Zealand and but I want to concentrate on the banks because I'm hearing that people are not getting access to their accounts. Now, when I've said that all along, when people can't get access to money, that's when a lot of waking up will be done. So it's a case of, I think it was, Nigel F, I'll just say, when his couldn't get access, that concerned a lot of people. You've always got people that are more kind of, it never happened to me, when it will, or it would, or it could. We'll always get those who are too wrapped up in their own. So, and that's just something that happens. So I want to have a wee look what's going on with the banks, and we'll take it from there. Okay, so I'll put the banner up just now so you just notice. So what's happening with the banks? Okay, so add the camera, go to this one, put me on. Right, so we'll take that off so I can actually see the cards. Right, so what's happening with the banks? What's happening with them? What's going on? Right, so what's going on with the banks? Put it that way. Okay. What's happening with the banks? Okay. Right, whatever this is, it's coming to completion, right? I mean, that's all we've heard is talk. I feel as if that's I feel as if it'll be a changeover. You might notice, but it'll be relatively smooth, I'm hearing. Relatively smooth. Yeah, I've always maintained that those who have been using money for nefarious things, they're the ones that are going to have to watch, because that's the Justice card coming out. That's Lady Justice, okay? So, the ones that have got the bank, I call it the bank account of corruption, they're the ones that will be relieved of their money, okay? Because they shouldn't have it, So, yep. I feel as if there'll be a wake-up call. There will be a wake-up call, okay? And I feel as if they won't go too far, because they know that if they push, I'm talking about the white hats, if they push too far, then what they don't want is everybody out, okay? Because that would be defeating the purpose, but they want to bring enough to have people go, oh my God, oh my goodness, okay? So I feel as if that's what's happening. See, people will still have access to their money. Still. See, I've always said coins. I've always got coins. It'll be not paper, but coins. There'll still be some form of like a tangible kind of where you can feel. Okay, they'll try and push it. I mean, they're trying to push the digital just now, but it is to make people sit up and take notice. And people are kind of starting to stand up and take notice, because especially when I see an opening and say to the person in the shop, you're not taking cash? Oh right, okay. What happens if everything goes down? What happens then? And you just can't get access. You can't sell anything. What happens then? And you can see it kind of going over in their mind, sowing the seeds. I feel as if it's going to start, the questions that we're hearing and we've been asking are going to start getting answered. They're going to start getting answered now. I feel as if we've always known inwardly, intuitively, intuitively, intuitively. It would be great if I actually could speak big words. I feel it intuitively. I can say it. Intuitively, that we've always known. We've always known, going with your intuition. Okay. Oh wow! 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 Oh my goodness! This is such a good analogy, right? Now they always say money doesn't grow on trees. My mother used to always say that all the time. Money doesn't grow on trees. Well, where's that money growing? And the paper money for the trees, so it's not growing on the trees now, but it always did grow on the trees. But the poor trees, it's coins. It's coins. So maybe they'll start leaving the trees alone. I can definitely see coins. And do you know another thing I can see as well? And I've said it quite often that people are going to start with the bartering, the bartering again. The no, that's too high. You can imagine going into the supermarket and going, your prices are too high, but they're just. As I had a conversation with somebody last night, a good long conversation, and we came to the conclusion that when they push the prices up too high, nobody can afford them anyway, so they get left on the shelves, and they have to bring the prices down then, you know. Wow, do you know what I'm seeing as well? I don't know if you can see that. I think you can. Like, see the ship there. Ships are coming in. The ships that were taken from the public, where it was always, working to keep them in the manner they like to be kept. Our ships are coming in. We owed a fortune. We are owed an absolute fortune. And it's coming in. This one. Can always tell when I've been playing with snooker. Our hair gets, our wee fur gets everywhere. And that's been hand brush. Let's see. Right. It's out with the old and in with the new. That's what I feel. Out with the old system, in with the new. So it's coming. Okay, it is coming. Can you say it again, Thomas? All right. So people are going to start finding their bearings again. Nothing like say the last couple of years. It's been like Bambi and ice, losing your footing and trying to get a foot and try to kind of just cling. You're going to find yourself with you're going to find a solid footing now, okay? And it's where money's concerned. The see what must-haves, that's going. Keeping up with the Joneses, that's going. I feel as if most people who are in this, have came this far, never really were keeping up with the Joneses. I mean, I know I wasn't. Keeping up with the Joneses, I just could never find them to keep up with them. I was quite happy with what I've got. As long as I've got enough to live on, I'm happy. Do you know what I'm hearing as well? Know how they're always trying to part the elderly with their money. They've saved all their days, and then they go in and they lose their house and everything. That's not going to happen anymore either. Because how dare these people? How dare they? See, I'm still kind of. Do you know that it's all out in with the was out with the old and in with the new, but there's still an aspect of saving where like in the older days you used to save. I mean, if I need anything, I save, and then like come Christmas, I used to dread it. Used to dread like say January when all the bills come in, and then the very first time I had saved up for everything, you know, and I had just bought it with cash, and then January came in. Do you know that was the most kind of? That was the first January I did. Like I'd enjoyed for years. Because you didn't have the dreaded January. You enjoyed the Christmas but the dreaded January, and I thought, right, I feel as if you will be able to save. I mean, they made it that you couldn't save, and you were dependent. You were dependent, but now you will be able to save for a rainy day. For a rainy, for a rainy day. Excuse me. I've just had my lunch. Right, things about the monetary system, the banks is going to come to light because that's the Enlightenment card, so that is going to come to light. Things that's been going on, okay? And yes, it will confuse. So we will have some confused people, especially the ones that, you're talking rubbish. They're the ones that are going to be most confused, okay? So the next one in the question, please, Thomas. There we go. Yeah. Oh wow, do you know as well? See, people, like that can't get on the ladder. That can't get on the ladder. The reason that they couldn't go on the ladder was because they didn't want you owning anything. You learn nothing on your behalf. But I will be. Just watch us, Klaus. Just watch us. You will go on the ladder. And I can see house prices coming down to affordable, right down to where you will be able to, and it will not be, not how like they used to put them all down and then the mortgages coming up. The mortgages is coming up just now, but they will start coming down. And I guess it said something to last night. You will own, not how like say they had every way of getting your property from you, whereas you could pay 90% of your mortgage, and if the bank owned the 10% that you still owe, they came and got the whole house. That's not going to happen anymore. That's going to be illegal. Like you used to have to fight in court. 9 times out of 10, I've never really been a homeowner. I've always kind of just rented. I'd love to own my own home, but I've just rented. But it's a case of, if you've paid more than, then instead of the bank owning it, you own it. Do you know what I hear as well about more family homes? Because the family unit's coming back together as well. So the family unit, as I know how they're trying to tear it apart, well, they did tear it apart. That's coming back too. Like look out for, because I said there's a whistleblower again for the bank. Whistleblowers are coming out, okay? That's that one. Yeah. Do you know what I'm hearing as well? If your bank has repossessed your house and you've paid more than they decide, no, they had. I'm not getting this right. Hold on, I need to. Right, see if you've paid more, like say to the bank, and they repossessed your house because you still had a wee bit to pay. The money that you'd paid for that house that had been repossessed will be coming back to you, or should be coming back to you, because they've just stolen it. They've stolen money for the public. I mean, I'm getting money back for the bank. I get money back from the bank. Um, you know, that they had stolen, basically. That's what they'd done. They put it under the guise of something else, and we were all working and everything, and obviously I was grieving, so I never really looked at it. But then I looked at it and I thought, I know why I didn't, because obviously it was taken with grieving and everything, but they've got you all roads, but they haven't now because they're getting found out, and they're having to pay back people, pay back. See, I can see young and old, and getting the chance to, because I feel as if what it's going to be is, food. This is what I'm seeing. I'm wondering if maybe do a read on the on the world, because what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing is food you'll be entitled to. This is the things you'll be entitled to, right? Food, water, a home. That's what you'll be entitled to. That's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing. I feel as if that's what you've always been entitled. There's things that you've been entitled to. And I've heard that nobody owns the world. Nobody owns it. Do you know what I'm seeing as well? Oh, I don't think you can see that. See the bank managers, the big ones, the big bugs that were making the big bucks. They're all going to come down, and they're all going to get exposed. I feel as if some of them are getting exposed already, but they're going to get exposed. They thought that they could just do what they liked, and they have been for many, many centuries. But now, it's time to pay back. It's time to pay the piper. Time to pay it in a good way, as in the public. The public. Yeah, the old system's coming down subtly. I feel as if it'll be more subtle than what they were trying to build. The thing's going to collapse, and you have no money. And then I always say, who's telling you that? Who's telling you? Where are you getting the information from? And then just ask yourself, is it true? Is it true? The old system is coming down. I think it was last week I started getting a wee kind of, for instance, to like a wee kind of nudge to read on the banks again. Yep. The old way's coming down. The old system's coming down. Coming down. So we'll have a wee clarifier for that, please, Thomas. Wee clarifier. Right, have faith. It says like have faith in your dreams, but have faith. Keep the faith, I think it is as well. Keep the faith. Keep the faith. Was it last week? I can't remember. I can't remember if it was a Patreon reading or if it was a reading, but I'm still hearing believe half of what you see or half of what you hear and nothing of what you see. That kind of thing as well, okay? So that was the reading for today on the banks, and it'll be more subtle than what we were expecting. That's what I'm hearing. More subtle than what we were expecting, all right? So anyway, I'll go and I'll play out with it. I'll need to get an outro again. I need to get an outro again. Okay, so love you to bits, you know that. and I'll be back on Friday with the live, okay? There's going to be a wee kind of, you know, I'm going to change it up slightly, the live, okay? But I'll let you know on Friday, all right? Still answering questions, obviously, but I will be kind of changing it up a wee bit, okay? So anyway, so that was your on the banks, okay? Bye for now.